Hello. Worked the way I thought it would, but there's the music now. We'll go ahead and just that over. Hey everybody, how's it going? Got the new layout for our painting stream. Excited for that. Chat up and everything. We'll give some people time to get in while we clean these boys up a little bit, which is funny to say about Nurgly boys. But as always, before you start painting, you should dust them off just to be safe. Don't want to paint any of that dust in because it'll come off. And just an example of that, you can see spots where the primer didn't quite get there, and there's some light spots in there. I don't know if it will focus right to show that up here. Oh boy, that is... Oh, there we go. See the inside of the arms and things like that that aren't quite right. But I'll do a once over at the end to clean everything up there. This is a little loose, and I'm kind of concerned about that. We're going to do our best to not break it off, because if we do break it off, then we basically have to wait. And we're going to do these last two boys just like the last two, or the previous two, I guess you could say. We're going to paint them at the same time. All right. Get a little bit of what I was talking about there with his eyes. Not that it's going to focus where you can see it. And I bet this one won't either. The right eye is primed correctly. The left eye is not. Not going to do it, is it? Still trying to get the table. This is riveting show to watch, isn't it? This is exactly what you come here for. Is for Trey struggling with the camera, kicking the table multiple times. Trying to readjust here. There we go. All right. Well, we're just going to get started, I think. I do have to put some stickers down and stuff on this table because it's really slick. And so, you know, it's got its wear. But the brush is rolling on it. We don't want that. And I also have to get used to this other mic. But we'll take our filbert. And we're going to start off with the Militarum Green that I was shaking. You have to shake them until all of the stuff at the bottom there is gone. Shaking that before the stream. Try and get it back to normal. There we go. So we'll start with Militarum Green. Work on the icon here first. And we're basically going to start with the main color so that it feels like we're getting a lot more done. Of our brush just a little bit wet to help that smear just a little. You don't have to do too much contrast. You really don't have to do it at all, but I like doing it because it helps the paint to get a nice coat there. All right. It's tough to make sure that I'm where you can see me because I can't see me, but this should be good. And I'm actually going to get closer because I don't want to get too much of this stuff that's not supposed to be green with the green. I'm also a little out of practice, but I'm excited because this should let me get back into practice. Oh, that's already looking so nice. I love the way the contrast paint applies. The edge of the foot here. Oh, some Cuphead music coming in. Funny, because normally I start at the top of the model. I don't know why I decided to start at the bottom of the model today. It really is, though. That's looking great. That there. Plates here. It's starting to look pretty good. Side of this here. We're gonna get those spikes in a different color. Also, not gonna hurt if we get just a little bit of that green in places it shouldn't be, because everything's supposed to be tinged with just that little bit of green. Might have applied just a little bit too much water. He's looking a lot lighter than the other guys. But it could also just be because I did them in more coats. Actually, I don't think he's lighter. I think it's just that the Gorgrunta makes him look lighter. Because the Gorgrunta flesh that's on the inside of all these makes it look like that green is lighter. I think once we get the Gorgrunta on there, it's going to look pretty close to the same. Arms. I do like Cuphead music. It's pretty good. I definitely feel like I've gotten better with the brush, too. What do we do? Okay, we did the middle of the gauntlets in the green, but we did the sides of it in the Gorgrunta. Yeah, he is really starting to come together already. More. Little dab of water just to mix it up a little. A little more wet than I meant for it to be, but that's okay. What do we do for the guys for the back of there? Okay, did that in Gorgrunta as well. You just want to get a nice coat over all the spots that are supposed to be green here. So that we can come back and do all the rest in the other colors. I was about to apologize if I'm not funny, which is that's funny because that's I'm never funny. I definitely am still trying to get back into the swing of the solo streams. There's a weird part of me that was like super nervous today, even though I've already done one solo stream since I got back. So I don't know why I was so nervous about it, but I was. Here, the shoulder pad there. I think part of it is that with the new setup, I can't see the camera and everything over there. So I worry that like I'm painting where you can't see me painting, but it looks like you can when I turn to look, so. Yeah, I definitely think I've thinned this guy out a little bit more than the others, but I kind of like that because I don't like them all looking exactly the same, right? I want them all to be a little bit different in their coloration. So like some of them have the purple tongues, some of them have the light tongues, and I think that really helps make them stand out compared to each other. And you may say, but why do you want them to stand out? They're all part of the same unit. They're all Plague Marines. They've all been touched by Nurgle. It's like, well, yeah, but they probably weren't all touched at the same time, right? Some of these guys could be from other planets of the Death Guard that got found later, joined up, or anything like that. So I like the idea of their armor being slightly different, but still samey enough that if you're playing against somebody, they can tell, yeah, that's a Death Guard, you know? And we're going to make that flesh around that look just a little bit more messed up, too, with a couple other colors. But the green shouldn't get in the way of that. What do we do for the other ones that had... Okay, we did green for those still. Four. That just bleeds in there really nicely. Looks really good. All right. What else is green on this guy? Helmet is green. Yeah, I was pretty worried for a minute that I had got the wrong color or messed it up somehow, and he wasn't going to be the same colors either. Because a couple small changes, like a thinner coat, if it's still the same color, is not a big deal. But if he's like a drastically different color, that's kind of a big deal, you know? But I don't think so. It's just that he looks a little less like the others in just the green. But he's looking pretty great, in my opinion. Let's get the rest of our green spots on him. Dun, dun, dun. Then I have the other models over there as a resource to make sure I get all the colorings right. Okay. So we did do green on the interiors there. Like the focus isn't quite right. You'll see what I'm doing. Maybe we'll zoom in a little. Okay. This camera apparently doesn't let me mess with the focus at all, which is really interesting. Don't understand that, really. And I know what you're probably saying, but Trey, you don't have to use any water to thin down the contrast paints. That's part of the point of using contrast. And that's true. I just like thinning it down a little. It's not quite so dark. Some of these guys turned out really dark. And it'll be obvious this guy is still a Death Guard with them. But, you know, he won't be quite as dark as the others in that way. Which, again, I like, but I understand why some people might not. I've been trying to learn as much as I can about painting. For the sake of the channel here. And making everything look good, you know? We did those in Gorgrunta as well. I want to do that pipe in Basilicanum. The only people zooming in is now. Can't see the model when I pull up at all. Go for just that little zoom. I've had some people say, well, Trey, why do you keep doing this when the viewership on these are so much lower? And honestly, I really like doing it. If people want to come watch while it's live, they can. They don't have to. They want to catch it later, they can. But I like these Friday streams as just a place where people can hang out, you know? Alright, I think that's all the green on this guy. So next up is leader, the champion. Champion. I was not talking to you, ma'am. Alexa decided she needed to chime in there. How's it going, King? Yeah. Working on finishing the Death Guard kill team. Trying to get them wrapped up. I think that's a little darker there than planned. Painting 2 boys today, and they'll be the end of the Death Guard kill team. And I already know which kill team I'm doing next. It's my new favorite kill team, with which I utterly trashed the wife the other day. Not the Death Guard. I haven't played the Death Guard yet in Kill Team. That's one of the reasons I wanted to paint them. The Sons of the Forest? Nice, man. Enjoy it. No, the new Kill Team that I'm looking forward to painting, the one that I'm going to be playing as a lot, I think, lately, is, or that I have been playing as a lot lately, is the Eldari Corsairs. Oh, man, I'm worried about how loose that is. And specifically, you know, with the news of Leiji Matsumoto's passing, which is super unfortunate. What a legend. I think I'm going to paint up my Corsairs in Captain Harlock colors. But enjoy the forest. Sons of the Forest, that is. Looks like a really fun game. Alright, now the Power Claw here is going to be interesting. Because I want to get the claws themselves. I really want to make the claws pop. I'm thinking about doing some Ethermatic Blue with them. Yeah, he did. But I still want to get the outside in the green. Yeah, a legend, Leiji Matsumoto. Absolute legend. And then we get this right here. Yeah, man, enjoy your game. Don't feel like you gotta answer anything with me talking, because I'm just gonna keep talking. But hopefully I can give you a little bit of fun times while you're playing. A red shoulder? I actually have been thinking about that, and how I'd really like to do a red shoulder kill team, but I don't know who it would be. I don't know what team I would choose to do it with. Because if I did World Eaters for the Black Legion, that's not going to make sense. But I could do Black Legion black with red shoulders. It wouldn't look like a scope dog then, but they would still be red shoulders. But I was thinking about it the other day. If I get some Kazarkin, I might do Kazarkin that way. I do have the Vet Guard team. And could theoretically do Vet Guard that way. Angels. It would work, but I already have a color scheme for my custom Blood Angels chapter. My custom Successor chapter. So any Blood Angels I paint up are going to want to be in that color scheme, you know? We're going to mix a little bit of green in there, but I do want to do that in a different color where the skin is all like pulled back there. Okay. I'm just, whenever I look down, I'm cross-referencing with these guys over here. These boys. Making sure I'm getting the colors right. Also, it's really bothering me how much of the interior of this guy's shoulder will end up being visible and unpainted. There we go. Fix it. But like I was saying, Kazarkin would work, and then I've been thinking about if I get like a Gene Stealer Cult Kill team, I could do them and that, or honestly, Blooded would work for the Trader Guard. There are some options, lots of different things I could do for it. And the Gorgrunta is going to be tough on this guy because he's got that hose in the way. And actually, I kind of want to do the hose in a different color because it's clearly like a distinct different portion of the mask. Also, don't mind the bug zapper. Atlas Gundam and GBO is weird, I'm sure. It's a weird Gundam in and of itself. I kind of want to do that part of it in like a gray almost. Think we're just about done with his green. He's got so much detail though. All right, we'll move to our next color. Set him down, let the green dry on him. We'll wash out. There we go. Remind me, King, did GBO2 come to Steam? It's still just PlayStation exclusive, right? I don't know why I keep thinking it's on Steam. Roll, stop rolling. Should be done with the green though. Not on Steam still yet. Okay. The minutes did end. Okay. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Alright, let's get Skeleton Horde. Let's get these teeth done. I'm going to come back around and do the gums in pink. That is going to look nice when that dries, I think. And we're also going to go ahead and get this skull with it. Skeleton Horde. There we go. And then we'll get these spikes with it. We're going to say this is actually some of his bones that have poked up out of the armor. His Death Guard are gross like that. Beta test was okay. I ask because it's not a game that I really have time to just put time into most days. But if I could play it on my Steam Deck, that'd be different. Because then I could do a couple matches before bed. In too deep to even care about starting over? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Alright. I think that's all the... Oh, down here. Right. He's got spikes on his legs, too, this guy. Dun, 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 dun. That I'm challenging you. Okay, we're doing all right on time. All right. That's all the skeleton horde on him. So now we'll get our champion. His teeth. A little bit on the back of that claw there. Didn't mean to, but yeah, all right. Not gonna hurt anything. Just makes it a little more decayed, I guess. Let me dab at that real quick. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. Take a drink from the Gundam cup. I'm actually really excited to try out this Death Guard kill team. I know they're compendium, and a lot of people say all compendium teams suck. Custodies are still a pretty viable compendium team. And I think Death Guard, especially on Into the Dark, have a pretty good chance. I want to play a game as every kill team that I own. And then make a video on my favorite kill teams. The problem is I have a lot of kill teams. Get into kill team, they said. It'll be cheaper. You will wind up spending hundreds of dollars on models. And the games are shorter. And yet, now I have a kill team for almost every... We have, I guess I should say. A kill team for almost every faction. And I just can't seem to stop myself from buying kill teams. That would be a really good click title. Actually, now that I think about it. Like 5 years now, you ain't starting over? Yeah, I understand. I don't blame you at all. And I see people doing like Guild Wars new account speed runs. It's like, nah, man, I've only been playing for like a year. I'm not doing that. I'm not starting over now. I've got too much stuff. I forgot to do the backpack in green, so we are going to have to get the green back out. Where's backpack? Teeth up there. All right, I think we're done with the skeleton horde for him, though. Like, even for American servers, I understand. I understand. And I don't see where they're incentivized at all to do, like cross save. It'd be great if they did, but why would they? Oh. I just found a Chaos Legionnaire's backpack on the floor. I didn't even know one was missing a backpack, so I guess I'm going to glue that back on later. I'm using a different chair for tonight than what I normally use because I forgot and left the other chair in the car. And I have to lean all the way over to do this, and it's been fun so far. All right, let's go ahead and do the Gorgrunta. I have something special I want to do for this, for the symbol of Nurgle. Let's go and do the Gorgrunta flesh. Or Gorgrunta fur. And then we'll come back and start getting all the piping and the tongues and the Basilicanum gray for other stuff and all of that. This Gorgrunta is really going to make all of these spots pop. There's some green right there, too. Go. And then get a nice little dust of Gorgrunta right there. Let's break up the legs. Actually, I see a few places I missed green back here. But we will have to come back and do some green. Gorgrunta on the bottle of... Bottle? The bottom of... the cudgel. Oh, can I target you, baby? See, these are the parts where I get why people want to do this and why they pay other people to paint their models. Because it'd be way faster, right? And these are the little details where mistakes are going to show. But it's also the little details that really make the models pop, you know? 2,872 daily missions tokens completed. 1,160 days logged in. 21 million DP spent. 13K recycle tickets. 2K rated matches. 949 quick match. 4,489 custom matches. No starting over for you. Yeah, for sure. For sure, man. I don't blame you at all. I don't see how anybody could blame you. Yeah, that really darkens up the model a lot. Putting that Gorgrunta in there. Which is exactly what I was hoping it would do. Looks great. Really like it. Alright, let's get the shoulder pads with it. $300 spent? Yeah. I don't doubt it. When they get a suit in there you want, and you don't get it. Or when they give you a good coupon for a spin. Hey, you buy this pack, and you'll get 10 spins for free. Or do 10 spins in this mission, and you get closer to guaranteed new Gundam. It was hard for me not to spend when I saw that one. But I didn't even play the game, so getting the new Gundam there just seemed like a mistake. Alright, well that's unfortunate, but a little bit of Gorgrunta in there to help even that out. That's a little brighter than I wanted it to be. Flex a Gorgrunta to make it stand out a little more. Or not stand out, made it a little darker. That's what I'm trying to say. There we go. That's one shoulder done. Next shoulder.
Sickness must be purged.
Sickness must be purged indeed. Hey, well, I did not yet get a chance to check it out, no, but I did pick it up. So at some point I'll make a first impressions on it. I'm actually in a pretty good spot right now where I have more games to make first impressions on than I have time to make first impressions of them. Which is a good feeling. And a good problem to have. I definitely could do better here. I can see the parts where I got a little too far. The Gorgrunta, and it bled in too much. But be alright. It'll be alright. He did come out quite a bit lighter, but I like it. I like it. Okay. Let's figure out what we're doing with the smokestack on the back. Because I still don't yet know. And I want to mix in a little bit of Gorgrunta into these chains. We're going to go back over them with gray, but a little bit in there just to make them hop. Okay. So I got to do this arm still real quick. And then we'll do backpack. Sounds good, Will. Right? Okay. I'm thinking we take this Gorgrunta. We put some of that in this smokestack. So that it pops a little more. And we'll put a little bit in here. We're going to make that gray. Then we also got to get these real quick with Gorgrunta. Devs, Sons of Forest says still in early access. Been getting updates for 6 weeks straight now. Access in 5 days. Even remove the early access games from it. So they did change some stuff about it. Where now it's not a program. It's just you put the game on there in early access, but it doesn't actually like... The only way you know it's in early access is when you see the updates from the dev blogs and things like that. And it'll say sometimes this is an early access game under it, but it's not a program anymore like it used to be. Yeah. Honestly, if I had to guess, they probably just got tired of running it. Okay. So I think we're done with him with Gorgrunta. Kind of want to put a little bit of Gorgrunta in the gun. It's right here, actually. And we can darken it up in the bolter. It's not exactly a holy bolter anymore. Yeah, I'm sure. I can't really blame them, but I'm not super happy about it either. How did I miss that horn when I was doing skeleton horn? Goodness. I gotta go back over that too. I thought we were making good time. In the desert. Way much of that on the foot. I'm not able to get that. Oh, my brushes just fell. That dried on there. Oh well. We'll just have to get a little bit more green on there to cover it up. Make it a stain. All right, I gotta put something on this table, stickers or something, to stop those brushes from rolling. Quite a few places I miss green. Wow. Tough not getting Gorgrunta. Gorgrunta is a very overbearing color. Tough not getting it in a bunch of places I don't want it to be. Okay. Yeah, I can't say I blame them, but also, like, you started the program, man. I understand you're a company. You're going to ditch it when money is tight or whenever you're not making money from it anymore, but it was a handy little program. I got so much of that shoulder green just then when I wasn't trying to. Or brown, I mean. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to just cap that off right there. So it looks like it's supposed to be that far in. There we go. Not ideal, but it does technically fix the problem. I like this Gorgrunta for like the brassy color it gives. Even though I know it's not technically what Death Guard shoulders quite look like, but I like my grungy looking boys. The default Death Guard just a little too clean for me almost. Well, they're light green. Yeah, but where are some darker colors mixed in to really make them shine? Mottled stuff to make them look messy, you know? All right. Let's see. Knew there was still something I was forgetting. It's right there at the head. All right. I think we're actually done with Gorgrunta flesh on this guy. Nope, not quite. Not there. Almost forgot. Okay. There we go. Doing okay on time. I think we should finish both the boys on time tonight. Hey, Dark. Which is good. It'd be nice to finish these boys on time. My grimy disease boys. Alright, next up, let's go for Volupus Pink for the tongues and the gritty parts. Your second battalion and your Nightingale? Nice. I think I already had chainmail on one. Yeah, I did it gray. Okay. So, pink on this guy will be... Oh, this guy only has a little bit of pink, but there's some on there. So we'll get that done. You do still have to come back and clean up the gray and everything. The GPO1 and GPO1 FB. Nice. The full Burnern. Full Burnian. Never did rename that after they figured out that's not how that word works. Right, we're going to do the edges of the gums in this Volupus Pink for the chest mouth. There we go. That looks so nice. That looks great. All right, he's got one right there. Spot inside right here. So when the GPO3 has to come in, hope nothing else comes on. Yeah, I understand that. Bills are always fun. Life would be a lot easier without bills, but, you know, that's not quite how it works. I wish, though. Alright, now those tongues are popping. Again, we had a lot of green. We got to come back and fix here. Tongues are popping. We had a lot of detail work to do on this guy. That'll be okay. Detail work's fun. A little bit of pink in the edge of his teeth there, but I don't think I can clean it up. Killing your wallet. 120 of that was 2 pandi and a plush. Yeah, makes sense. All right. Next up, this guy's tongues. We're doing assembly line painting tonight. We're painting 2 at once. It was Waverly's idea, and it's how we got the last 2 guys done. So we can move on to the next painting project faster. His tongue done. Inside of that hose. Neo Zeong had till August to be pre-ordered. It's 100% out of stock. Oof. Sounds about right, though, honestly. The edges of this mouth with a little bit of the pink, too. We'll make some gums again. Also makes the teeth look a little vicious, like they have a little bit of blood on them, which I like. There's a tongue back here. Tongue right here. Yeah, I haven't ordered any Gunpla lately, but I did see my local resell video game store for pre-owned games has the Aerial and the Fract. I'll probably wind up picking those up at some point. All right, that's all the tongues on this guy. So we're done with the pink. Sounds like it. I know a little bit about PCs, but most of what I know is software. I'm not really a hardware guy. Yeah, they just have the normal aerial. The Score 6 version. I want both. I want all the aerials. Actually, I kind of just want all of the Wish for Mercury Gundams. They're cool. All right, let's go ahead and do the Basilicanum Gray. So that'll get a lot of our coloring done. And it'll look like we're getting more done than we actually are. I feel like I'm falling behind because I missed so many spots with the green. So we'll get the chainmail here with the gray. The circuits, the stickers. One's orange, the other's blue. Makes sense. All right, gray for the cudgel here. Ta-da. Man, I missed so much more green than I thought I did. What was I doing when I was painting the green? Gray on the bolt pistol here. I think it's just a bolter, not a bolt pistol. All the difference in the aerial normal and aerial Score 6. Not sure it's worth it. Score 6 does come with base though, so that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, probably not worth it for me. I thought we were talking about the episode 6 version, and that's just what they called it. It's not episode 6, the final episode version. Why do I think everything has 6 episodes lately? We'll get that on there nice and dark. Right, that'll look nice and grimy. We'll put some Plague Blair flesh in a little bit. Permit Score 6. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Put a little bit of Plague Bearer flesh in there. In a little bit. Pulling it too far to the left, getting it into the music up there. Aerial rebuild, right. Stoked for season 10. Or the second half of season 1. Their naming is just amazing. Yeah. Go. And all that with a nice coat of Basilicanum Gray. Unless I'm mistaken, the wife is not going to play Death Guard. So if I can get good at the Death Guard, I might be able to beat her Custodes. She's very good with it. Death Guard are like actually pretty tanky, so it's possible. They could make the difference for me. All right, I think that's all the gray that we need. There's a little bit on the back of the front here. Tim, am I excited for it? You don't like Letta and Miorion's relationship? Yeah, I'm curious how that's going to go. I think there's going to be a lot of people on Twitter. I mean, a lot of people on Twitter are already upset anyway, but that are going to be really upset because they've like hyped up the relationship in their minds to be something that it's kind of not. And like I like Soletta and Miorion. I think they're fine. I feel like Soletta is not who we think she is. Like she's gonna snap or something at some point. I don't know how she's not gonna snap, you know? Or she's gonna keep being naive, and it's gonna be even worse for everybody else, because it's a dangerous thing to have, a naive Gundam pilot. My biggest issue is just that I don't really feel like I know Miorine's character very well yet. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And so, like, when I feel like I don't understand Miorine that well, I know what she wants. I just don't feel like I have a good grasp of her character yet. It just makes her seem like a jerk in a lot of ways. And, like, say what you will about Jared Mesa, and I'll probably agree with you, but at least I know why Jared Mesa's a jerk. Because he's a hateful piece of garbage. Miorine, it's kind of just like, yeah, this is how she is. Well, but why? I missed a spot with the pink, too. What am I doing over here? I'm just really falling apart, I guess. Or like with Yazan, right? I guess I'm just talking about villains at this point. But like even Camille, I knew what Camille wanted. Whereas Miorine, it's like, yeah, she wants to be out of the shadow of her dad. Okay, well that's cool, I guess. But I feel like there's more to her. And I don't feel like I know her yet, you know? For sure, for sure. Yeah, I need to be convinced why Soletta deserves that treatment, for sure. Because as of right now, Soletta's just a little, you know, she's kind of a victim. She just wanted friends. She had stuff she wanted to do. I missed so much that I wanted to do in pink. I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing the pink. Also, before I put this away, I want to do part of this mask in gray and part of this mask in black. I want to do the tubing in gray and then the mask itself in black. Yeah, she really is. Like, I can't remember her name. Choo Choo, is that it? The Earthian girl? Eventually comes around to, like her, but she doesn't really do anything for her other than just, like, get mad for her sake one time, which, granted, that's better than what most others have done for her, but... Okay. Alright, we're gonna real quick grab that pink again. And fix that while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, for sure. It's funny because I can't remember his actual name. It has completely left me. So far, I think Bob is the most interesting character because he's actually getting, like, good characterization. can't remember his actual name. Bob's what he calls himself. It's the guy who was the ace. Yeah, Delanza. Jewel. He has changed a lot as a character in the little bit of the show we got. And I wish more characters did that in Witch Mercury. I like the idea of a lot of characters. I just don't think they've all been capitalized on the way they should be. I think he's probably going to wind up being a good guy, if I had to guess. But who knows? Maybe the ramifications of what he did wind up messing with him, and that changes. He'd be far from the only character in Gundam that did something terrible and then suddenly switched sides. Get the inside of these deals here. After the stream tonight, I was given a can of refried beans. I'm going to make some burritos. It has nothing to do with any conversation. I'm excited for my burritos. If we finish these fast enough, I'll get them done before the wife gets home. And then I can surprise her with some burritos. Probably not, though. She winds up having to work a lot, so. Not blaming her. Understand completely. Just saying. Yeah, it definitely could. It definitely could. Yeah, we've seen that with many Gundam characters before, too. It takes very little to push a Gundam character to evil. Oh, Rekkawa? That's true, but just felt like she just got a little push and went, oh yeah, now I'm evil. Let's go bomb that colony. All right. Whew, that's all that done that I completely forgot to do somehow. All right, let's get the Black Templar out, and we'll finish off the dark colors, and then we'll do some highlighting, because I think that'll be all that's left then. It's highlighting the last of the important stuff. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I like, actually, let's do the Gorgrunta flesh first. Or not Gorgrunta, Gilliman flesh. I can't remember most of the characters' names for some reason. I don't remember. Yeah, she's gonna be in trouble for sure. Can't remember the guy's name. It's like Shasta or something. It's not Shasta, but it's kind of like that. I don't necessarily like him, but I like his weird little squad of girls that want to date him and aren't going to be able to. That are like hyper fixated on him. Yeah, the blonde guy. Definitely should have done those chains in the gray too while I was at it, but completely forgot. I'm just all over the place tonight, it seems, when it comes to actually getting the colors I want where I want them. There's the little skittering legs on that guy. I definitely see a lot of places that need gray cleanup and some places that need green cleanup. Oh, for sure. I liked Ellen though. He was a cool guy. He was nice. Was there another face on this guy? I thought I had two places to get faces. There's an eye in there that I just accidentally painted over. Oh, it's on the back. I knew there was another one. All right. Yeah, that guy. He was nice for sure. Yeah, probably. Probably. Okay. Now we'll get the Black Templar out. Yeah, for sure. But I like that guy is evil, and he likes being evil. Like I like a character that goes, you know what? I'm a jerk, and I know it, and I don't care how much any of you don't like that. This is just who I am. Put a little bit of black in there. As compared to all the apologetic jerks that are just being super rude to Soletta and everybody just lets them get away with it. And some black to grime that up a little bit. I actually really like how these are done, but I'm going to put those bands in the black. Differentiate them a little bit. Then we're going to get the bottom of their spikes in the black. I think that's all the black we need on this guy. The lenses are very cool. I missed a spot with the other color just then too. Why am I like this? Probably because I'm trying to hurry and get these guys done. So I'm not double checking that I got all the stuff done that I need to. But I want to get them both done tonight so I can work on my Corsairs next time. Really excited for the Corsairs. I'm going to do them in Captain Harlock colors. All right. Let's leave him on here, and we're going to get some of these touch-ups. Oh, for sure. There's definitely going to be more with Season 2. All right, so now it's getting the stuff we missed and getting touch-ups. I really like the fract. I want to get a fract. So, biggest things, we need to get the colors that we forgot to get before. And then we need to get all the little highlight sections. And then we got to do the icon of Nurgle. And we're pretty much done after that. For sure. Okay, we did the eyes in pink, so we'll need to do that for this guy. And we will need to get the pink back out again. No, that's a good point. They've already released a lot of that stuff, so you might not have to get too many. But I feel like there'll definitely be a few. A couple surprises that wind up coming out. Here's this new suit that we didn't warn you about, or this new suit. I know what it really is. I'm thinking about burritos. All right. Put a green in there. The rebreather. You have a fract waiting to be shipped? Nice. The fract is cool. I like the aerial too. Aerial's pretty good. The lenses are pretty great. I haven't really seen any suits that I don't like yet out of it. Of course, there's not often very many suits in Gundam that I don't like. But there are definitely a few. Zaccarello. There are definitely a few. The other Kayla's trying to custom. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Sometimes it's hard to say no to that kind of thing. A little bit of regular green in there. All right. It's all the touch-up green. Oh, it's not. Welcome back, Will. Hope you enjoyed your meal. All right, that's all the touch-up green. So now we just need to get the eyes. We need a little bit more skeleton horde. And then we're going to work on the icon and the glove. And then it's just the highlighting for the shoulder pads and stuff like that. All right, it was on this guy that we needed that. The horn right here. We are going to need just a little bit of pink for the eyes there, too. Make the horns pop real quick. At least this year I haven't had a ton of games to review yet. Yeah, that's going to be changing soon, though. The big rush is going to be coming. Good, Will. Good. All right. Now we start to get to the hard stuff. Let's start on this icon. Oh, we need the pink first for the eyes. We got a lot of eyes we got to do in the pink. Usually eat around the streams. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. Oh, this guy doesn't have any of the eyes. This guy has all of the eyes. Eye right there. Eye right there. Eye right there. And that breaks up the helmet pretty well. I like it. I put too much pink there. There we go. And then we need to get this eye in the back. Okay. Next up is the Iconus. The Icon of Corruption. Nurgle. Definitely should have brought my other chair in here because having to lean over like this is for the birds. Okay. Flame Layer Flesh. It's a very different color from the actual Death Guard themselves. And we'll make this thing pop in comparison. I've got 5 games I'm working on right now for review. And none of them are short, unfortunately. I guess Hi-Fi Rush probably would be the shortest, but the levels are pretty long, and I don't like stopping mid-level, so I normally wait to do that one. Mix Plague Bearer Flesh into the gun, and it really makes it pop. Go. All right, and I'm gonna do a little bit of specialty work to make those pop a little bit more too. We're doing okay on time. Those. I actually think this guy might be my favorite Death Guard we painted so far. A little bit of that in there. Give it that erupted look. All right. Next up is the champion. I think we'll put a little bit in this gun. I'll put a little too much in there, but that's okay. Okay. All right. While that part of that dries, we're going to work on his power claw. Yeah, I'm still working on Chained Echoes, Hi-Fi Rush, Octopath Traveler 2, Tactics Ogre Reborn, and then I'm also working on Oh, working on a thing I can't talk about. Like, I know there's a fifth. Which one is the fifth? Can't talk about it yet. I actually wanted to do those in Gorgrunta, but it's okay. We can come back over with a thin sheen of Gorgrunta. Oh, I wanted more Plague Bearer flesh for the symbols. Every time I put a paint away, I remember somewhere else I needed it. I guess it's what happens when you paint two at one time, but still. Come on, Trey. Lighter color green to make that pop. The same on this shoulder. Okay. Power Claw. I've been saying I'm going to work on this Power Claw forever. Hang tight, chat. I did not get the right color for the Power Claw. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Two different colors we could use. Face is a little muddy in a way I don't like. Might do another coat of green on that before we stop. All right, I've got Hexwraith Flame and Ether Matte Blue. Hexwraith Flame is a new one for me. I haven't seen it yet. Ooh. It's a lot brighter green than I thought it was going to be. I think we might go with Ethermatic Blue. I want the Power Claw to be visually distinct. I don't want it just bleed into all the rest of the greens. Oh, that's gonna look nice. Okay. Let me get back in position here. Please. New Gundam Build anime coming. Really? I'm down for that. I can always make this color darker if it winds up being too bright. You can always darken it up. It looks pretty light right now. But it's possible after sitting there for a few minutes, it might darken up. What's this one going to be called? New Build anime. It definitely looks very bright, but I don't actually think it looks bad. Almost like a really nice contrast to being very clean. Just not build divers. That's fair. I'm gonna darken it up a little by mixing in just a little bit of that Hexfire green. I really like that. That really made that pop. Mixing those two colors, Ethermatic Blue and Hexwraith Flame, that really made it pop. That looks great. That is good to remember, that those two colors go well together. All right, let's get the gold for the bells. And then we'll do the rest of our touch-up, and then we'll be done with these guys. We're actually really close. All right, that muddy, ruddy gold. Dun, 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 dun. Then we get Winasdrig. You like the prologue, but not the rest of it? Yeah, I understand. I understand. Really like how dirty this gold is. It is perfect for the Nurgle boys, the Plague Marines. Plague Marines just really like to spread plagues. It's their favorite thing. To spread plagues everywhere they go. They love it. All right, we're gonna dirty that up a little bit so it's not just all one color. The H2 Magnum, yeah. The H2 Magnum was pretty nice. Honestly, H had great suits. It just didn't have a great story. It had close to a great story. Or they threw it away. Love Flit Arsenal. Yeah, we're gonna break that up a little bit still because it's all a little too clean for Nurgle. But this is probably the best marine that I've painted so far. I'm really happy with how smooth his job turned out. I made a lot of mistakes painting these Plague Marines, which they're the ones to make them on, in my opinion, because they wind up just looking dirty. The way that Plague Marines should, you know? Let's clean this up and then dirty this up. And then we'll be done with this guy. I just need to finish our champion. Alright, let's get a little bit of Basilicanum Gray, which we're going to need for the other guy anyway. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to make it real thin. And I'm just going to wash it in there. There we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. You may not think so, but I think I might actually be starting to get good at this. I've learned a few tricks. Makes that just a little bit grimier than it was. Yeah, I actually really like that. That pops quite a bit more now. As compared to just being clean, burnished gold. Wouldn't make sense for a Plague Marine to be so clean. All right. We're going to do a little bit more regular green with him. But he's basically done. Next up is this guy. I really like how that Power Claw turned out. That Power Claw looks fierce. All right. He's pretty much done. I just want to do a little bit more green on the helmet so it's not quite so muddy. Oh, I didn't mean to take him off. No. Come on, buddy. And then we need the Grunta for the shoulder pads. And then we just do a touch more green on this guy's hand. And we're done. Which is pretty good. Pretty good time. Hour and a half to get 2 done. Made a bunch of mistakes. But still feel pretty good about them. I'll probably come back and do some cleanup on all of them. Honestly, we might do some cleanup right now. Just real quick. Make those darker. Don't cover all of it, so a little bit of the lighter still bleeds through. All right, let's see. Does anybody need Gorgrunta? No. Definitely feel like this guy turned out pretty good. I like how this guy turned out. This guy? You're disappointed? Uh-oh, what with? This guy looks good. I need to touch up his face. Because every time I look at his face, I see the little bit of white that's still there unpainted. But I'm afraid to mess it up. This guy's a little bit of green in his hand that needs to be touched up. But otherwise, he's looking pretty solid. I was learning how to prime when I primed him, so I definitely could have done a better job priming. And that shows. Oh, in the build animate? Yeah, for sure. I don't blame you. Definitely could have done better in the priming process. Because there's spots that just don't want to retain their paint. No matter how hard I try. I like regular build fighters. Try was unfortunate. How dare they ruin the GM cardigan? And I mean ruin, not as in there's anything wrong with the GM cardigan, but as in stop using the GM cardigan. That was its chance to shine. Yeah, that helps the helmet a lot, honestly. You disappointed in the new one? Yeah. Build divers. I need to get back into it. I dropped it pretty hard. I need to give it another chance, just a little bit more time before I drop it fully. I mean, I need to watch it anyway because it's Gundam, but... Oh, the one coming up? What are they cutting out? It has you so disappointed. There we go. Now his helmet doesn't make me upset every time I look at it. A little bit more green. There. Awesome restream. Glad to hear it. Alright. Do you need any touch-up green anywhere, sir? I see one spot right here. Go. Head's looking pretty good. That spot right there. Right down in there. Right down in there. Next up. Fix that finger, and I think he's good. Right, and then last one. There is one thing I want to fix on the champion real quick. I just remembered I wanted to fix. And it's this plate right down here. Next to the bell. Plate is supposed to be green. That should dry green then. I've been kind of disappointed with all the build animes since the first one, to be honest. Alright, I think our kill team is done. If I keep looking, I'm just going to find more little spots that need to be fixed up. But I think I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. Alright. Gonna build metaverse? Oh no. Brand integrated with Facebook? Alright. Not sponsored, so I'm not going to show you the company that's on the front of that, but clean the brush off real quick. I did not get all of the paint off of that first. Thought I did, but I did not. It could be good. I don't have high hopes at this point, but it could. Okay, so our Death Guard kill team is done. We have our gunner. This camera does not like focus well, and I can't focus on it, so Gunner. Build metaverse? No, I figured. Heavy Gunner. Can't figure out this camera up here to save my life. Okay, you know what? We're doing it this way. It refuses. What I can do, though, is I can fix that camera's focus. I just have to switch which cameras where. So that's our champion. This is really hard to do while I'm turned to the side looking at the other screen. I'm just going to have to switch the cameras is what I'm going to have to do. That'll make it a lot easier. What's our icon bear? Layla guy? Big axe boy? Sure, shoot me a link. 10 years of build could be good. Heavy Gunner. And your Gunner. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch these cameras for next week so that we can adjust the one that's right here on the fly. And it'll be the right coloration and everything, but this is our squad of guys. Thanks again, everybody, for coming out. Next week, we will be painting the Leo. Building the Leo. And then the week after that, I've decided, I'm not going to do a vote this time, because I got a team that I'm very passionate about painting, and that is the Eldari Corsairs. And I'm going to paint them in the color scheme of Captain Harlock's Arcadia. To honor Leiji Matsumoto, who did unfortunately recently pass away. So, very excited for that. Probably going to take our time with those. But, you know, we'll be back Monday for Mo Mondays. We'll be back Tuesday for the regular Tuesday podcast. More than the Leo. I mean, I've got a lot more suits waiting in the wings. But we'll probably finish the Leo next week, I figure. Just do it as one stream. We'll find out, though. Tuesday regular podcast. Wednesday we'll do the it was like a 30-minute build. Okay. Wednesday we'll do whatever assignment Rundgren gets Tuesday night, whatever's voted on. Thursday, we'll have the TTRPG podcast. We got some ideas for what we're going to talk about there. And then next Friday, of course, we're going to be building the Leo. It's going to be something else. Thanks again for that, Dark. Thanks, everybody, for coming to hang out. Had a really great time. Really excited to have this kill team done. And until next time, I've been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the Full Spectrum. The Death Guard have to offer.